It's race week and the F1 circus heads to the Jeddah circuit in Saudi Arabia on the Corniche. The temporary circuit is a fast, very, very fast circuit. Second only to the Temple of Speed with average speeds of 250 kilometers an hour. And wow, we've had some cracking races there. Now, before we go into that, there's some updates to the circuit which I wanted to talk about. They've added some special rumble lines. Ooh, they're going to slow the car down and help with, if you run over them, you lose some traction. So they'll be added to turns 3, 14, 19, 20 and 21 with some beveled curves as well, replacing some steel curves. They're at turns 4, 8, 10, 11, 17 and 23. There's some shifts to the walls as well to help with the driver sightings. The big ones at turn 14, they've moved the left and right wall back 7.5 meters to help with the view, as you can see from the picture. Does help significantly increase the view on that. And same at turn 20, they've moved the walls back 5 meters either side to help with visibility. Now, there was a lot of safety concerns with this circuit of it. A lot of people saying, is it unnecessarily dangerous? And I think these are the points that they were probably referring to, I hope anyway, because it's part of, for me, it was what made it exciting. It's kind of what makes Monaco exciting, with the walls right up against the cars. You know, any little mistake and bang, you're out. And I think it was the speed of this circuit was probably what made this a little bit more different to Monaco. So we don't really want to see aeroplane crashes, is kind of what we were potentially looking at, because at some of these corners you couldn't before see around the corner, and if there was a car going slowly, I mean, you were looking at an aeroplane crashing, and that's not what we're really there for. It's the racing. And hopefully these changes won't really take away from that. There will still be the element of the danger and the fear that we'll hope to see from this going forward. But it's a good enough change, I think, to keep that element. It's still in there. Now there's some final changes to turns 22 and 23 as well. The S's, they've been tightened up slightly with special rumble trips added as well to slow the cars down slightly. They're expecting cars to be about 50 kilometers an hour slower in them corners. Alongside these track changes, there's also the completion of the marina and the yacht club. Pirelli are going to bring their one set down from their softest set for this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see that one plan out, pretty similar to what we've seen last season. And yes, Jeddah, we have some fantastic racing here. Who can forget Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen banging it out in 21. And we also had an epic closing line finish with Ocon and Bottas, as you'll see here. You know, Bottas making the pass on Ocon on the line. And it was an epic race last year with Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, who can forget, finished just half a second behind each other in what was a cracking, really close race throughout. I for one can't wait for this race weekend to start. Ferrari fans, look away. Charles Leclerc's going to get a 10 place grid penalty at least. ECU change, they're only allowed 2, both parts gone, and he's going to have to take the third. Sorry. Thanks for watching, see you on the weekend.